Hello, and welcome to the Reselling Report for today, Friday, September 11th, 2020. I'm your host, Ann Eckhart, and every weekday I upload the Reselling Report here to YouTube to update you on the day's retail and e-commerce news, including the latest from eBay, Amazon, Etsy, and Poshmark. If you're new to my channel, please be sure to subscribe. And now let's get on with today's show. Well, hello, everyone. It is Patriot Day here in America. It's the anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks that killed nearly 3,000 people when hijackers took 4 planes. 2 crashed into the World Trade Center buildings, 1 crashed into the Pentagon, and the 4th plane, the passengers, knowing that 3 planes had already crashed and that their plane was heading towards D.C., fought with the hijackers and took that plane down in a field in Pennsylvania. In comparison to what we're going through today, 3,000 people killed on 9/11. Currently, we have over 900,000 people killed worldwide from the coronavirus. In America alone, 191,000 people have died from the coronavirus since February. That's the equivalent of 63 9/11s here in America. So I hope you all take a moment to remember 9/11 and the people who died that day and the people who died from COVID-19. And when we think about what the people who died on 9/11 went through, the people who were on the planes, the people who were in the buildings, and I think especially of those on Flight 93 who fought with the hijackers to take that plane down to prevent it from going to Washington and crashing into who knows what monument they were going to hit there, whether it was the White House or the Capitol building. You know, we think of those people who stood up and did the best for the greater good. And I think we can all remember that as we're dealing with the coronavirus. For the greater good, we can wear masks for a while. For the greater good, we can social distance for a while. We are going to get a vaccine. We are going to get through this virus. And just remember those people who died on 9/11, what they went through, and what we're being asked to do right now is so little in comparison to those people who died and their families. So please wear a mask, social distance, wash your hands, all the things. So with that being said, I will get to some retail headlines for today. I'm over on CNBC.com. Mall owners Simon Brookfield set to rescue JCPenney from bankruptcy in an $800 million deal. The deal would avoid a total liquidation and save about 70,000 jobs and 650 stores. That's, of course, we've been following this. Amazon was thinking about maybe getting in there to take over JCPenney so that they would use them for distribution centers, but it looks like some malls are stepping up. Discount retailer Five Below sees great back-to-school season by focusing on home learning environment, their CEO said. It says Five Below shifted their approach to the back-to-school season by focusing on the home learning environment and has seen positive signs. We're seeing a great back-to-school season, albeit it's very different than the traditional season, all about backpacks and pencils. He added the discount retailer is approaching Halloween in a similar way, with an emphasis on still creating a fun experience at home. And I don't know if you've seen that Los Angeles County has already canceled trick-or-treating and all Halloween events, including trunk-or-treat, parties of more than 6 people who don't live in your house, and haunted houses even. And I think that that will continue. I know for me, if there is trick-or-treat in my area, I will not be answering the door. I'll just put the candy out. But as the COVID crisis continues, more decisions, of course, will be made. Papa John's has agreed to open 49 new sites as sales surge due to the pandemic. So fast food and takeout food really doing pretty well during the virus. Restaurants that were already in that model are seeing sales surge, and places that didn't are now getting into the takeout game. So Papa John's also doing well. Target pledges to increase the number of Black employees by 20% as companies are pressured to take action. They pledge to increase representation of Black employees across its workforce by 20% over the next 3 years. The big box retailer's workforce skews white, particularly among its top executives, but the company says it has made strides in diversity and inclusion, and companies have faced heightened scrutiny over their record on diversity since the George Floyd protests. LVMH plans to sue Tiffany over troubled dealer, alleged jeweler mismanaged coronavirus crisis. That is the Louis Vuitton owner, LVMH, said Thursday it intends to file a lawsuit against Tiffany. The news comes a day after Tiffany sued LVMH for trying to get out of a $16.2 billion deal to buy the upscale jewelry chain. And Louis Vuitton said Tiffany has mismanaged the coronavirus and called its recent financials very disappointing. And finally, one more retail story. Discount retailer Century 21 files for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and is closing all of its 13 stores. I thought Century 21 was a real estate firm. It's a store? It says they've filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy and liquidating all remaining 13 stores. It says Century 21 department stores. I've never seen one. Do you have one in your area? Maybe an East Coast thing? It said the decision stems from its insurance providers declining to pay roughly $175 million due in policies to protect Century 21 from the losses it has suffered throughout the coronavirus pandemic. So again, some retailers doing well, others not. And those are the retail headlines for today. Turning now to the reselling sites themselves, there's a new post over on the eBay for Business Facebook page. Did you know you can use Terapeak to analyze trends in prices, sales volume, and product availability? As you start to plan for holiday, this tool could help you plan your inventory and pricing structure. As part of the Fall Seller Update, we've also included new Terapeak research features in Seller Hub, and they have an entire portal over on their page about optimizing your listings with Terapeak research. I use Terapeak whenever I am researching how to price an item. It's a great tool that we have access to if we have eBay stores of basic or higher. You don't get it with the starter store. You can pay for it, but it is a benefit if you are looking at a store subscription, I think. If you're wavering between starter and basic, I personally think Terapeak is worth it to go up to basic because it really gives you that yearly insight. So it's hard to research Christmas items maybe in July when eBay's only showing you the past 3 months, but with Terapeak, you get the whole year. So you can see seasonal items, especially what they sold for and at their peak, and you can price yours accordingly. So definitely something to educate yourself about, and it's super easy to use. eBay has also on their press news site, released a press release on their press news site. Good Reese, I can't even read. It is Friday. eBay is expanding its managed payments to France, Italy, and Spain. That's right, Europe. They're coming for you. As part of modernizing its marketplace and creating a more streamlined experience for customers, eBay is expanding its management of payments to France, Italy, and Spain in the first quarter of 2021. This expansion will continue to offer buyers flexibility and choice in payment methods and give sellers an easier way to manage their businesses. Now, I've been in managed payments since July. I was, going to be put in there. So I did go ahead in June when I was getting all the notices. And again, you'll get all the notices to go ahead and pre-register. And I was glad I did because I needed to verify my bank account. And for some reason, eBay was being very difficult about that. So when you do get the notices that you are going to be put into managed payments, regardless of whatever you do, they're going to put you in it. I do encourage you to go ahead, pre-register, and make sure all your ducks in a row, because until that bank account is verified where they can deposit your money, you're not going to be in, and you could potentially lose sales. So make sure that you are on top of that. One thing that I do not like with managed payments that I will share with you is that pending payments. So normally you sell something on eBay, it goes through PayPal, the money's there. Well, with managed payments, they're waiting until the money actually clears with the buyer. So even though I'm told you have to ship this item, okay, fine. When it comes to my weekly payouts, I'm still having money held back because it hasn't cleared on the buyer's end. And I don't like that. So instead of getting nearly $100 this past week, I only got $30. Now, again, I am way down on my eBay selling right now. I mean, I used to do $200 a day. It was like a slow day. So $100 a week, not much, but it's still my money. And yet eBay is holding it. So that is super annoying dealing with managed payments versus PayPal. You don't have your access to all the money, even after you've gone ahead and completed the transaction. One more interesting eBay story. Former eBay exec Steve Weimer named CEO of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Silicon Valley. And who is Steve Weimer, you ask? He's one of the executives that was fired over eBay's cyber stalking case. He's not involved in the arrests, but he was named as someone who participated in it. So the cyber stalking of the e-commerce blog owners, someone who was involved in that is now running the Boys and Girls Club of Silicon Valley. So just proves that when you have name recognition and you know people, you can continue on with your career no matter what you may have done in the past. Sorry that there's no news from Etsy or Poshmark other than pretty little pictures that Etsy puts on Facebook and Poshmark regurgitating information on their Facebook page that was posted in 2019. But like I keep saying, maybe no news is good news. In UPS news, they are looking to hire over 100,000 people for their holiday season. They say over a third of past seasonal hires landed permanent jobs at UPS. For those displaced by COVID-19, UPS seasonal jobs offer an opportunity to launch a new career. Flexible shifts, part and full-time positions are available at thousands of locations, and you can apply online. Company also offers some perks. Their Earn and Learn program towards college expenses. If you have lost your full-time job, if reselling is not your full-time job due to the coronavirus and you're looking for some boost to your income. Yesterday we talked about Amazon hiring, UPS is hiring, most of the big box stores are going to be hiring for the holiday season. Don't count on any stimulus money coming from the government because once again they have stalled and a bill went up and it quickly died. So any hope of getting additional unemployment benefits or an additional stimulus check sent to you honestly is pretty slim to none. So if you need money to pay your bills, there's definitely work out there. It may not be the work you want to do, but it is available if you can't get by on reselling income alone. But hopefully you are able to just up your reselling game. But again, if you can't, there is no shame in going out and finding some additional employment, especially during the busy holiday season. And finally, today I wanted to share with you an article I found. It's about a store in Alabama called Denim Resellers. It says they've reopened an overstock boutique following their COVID shutdown. I thought this was a really interesting story because I've never heard of this business, Denim Resellers. It says they opened a boutique last year in Alabama, but it was closed when COVID-19 hit. Now they continued their wholesale overstock jean business online, but now they've reopened their boutique store and added in other clothing, rebranding DR the boutique versus Denim Resellers the boutique. So if you're in Alabama, it might be something to check out. They're affiliated with a large brand that produces denim for retail here in the U.S. They do Levi's, Dockers, Arizona Jeans, Massimo Supply Company, Lucky Brand, LL Bean, and Ralph Lauren Polo. And when the department stores and big box stores don't want the items, then this company, Denim Resellers, snatches them up and sells them at a discount. So they're not selling used or secondhand items. They're basically considered second quality jeans. They do have some first quality jeans with nothing wrong with them, but then they have second quality jeans that didn't quite meet the wholesale customer's expectation, but still brand new items that you can get for a deep discount. So if you're in Alabama, you can check that out, or they also sell online. But an interesting story. I've never heard of this company. Let me know if you've ever heard of Denim Resellers. Again, not selling secondhand, but selling new overstock, developing a relationship with a manufacturer so that they can get their hands on these items. It says last year they sold more than 317,000 pairs of jeans. They sold and shipped roughly 53,000 pairs of jeans in a month. And that's a wrap on today's show. If you liked it, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave me a comment. The articles I referenced are linked in the show notes. And if you want to learn how to make money on eBay and YouTube the way I do, check out my books over on Amazon. My Amazon store is also linked. There you will also find my 2021 reselling planners. I have a 2021 reseller planner and accounting ledger, which is a full-size book, and a 2021 reseller mileage logbook and planner, which is designed to be on the go to track your mileage and expenses. Thank you so much for listening. I will talk to you again on Monday. Have a great weekend. Bye.